let me stay on Toronto for a quick second. Because with Top 5, we were talking about, with Century GGG being part of the GGGs. And with 5, low key, he's been gone for. You know what? Let me do this quick fast. Let me go on the channel here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Oh, quick fast before I go on to the next thing. I want to make a quick announcement here. Because I'm going to be hosting a jam this Sunday. The Dream Team promo. Okay? If y'all want to pull up, there's going to be live performances going down. So Get Drip clothing is going to be in the building. Okay, so there'll be vendors there. The Real GB. You're not going to get me a copyright with the Kodak Black there, sir. The General. Okay. Skeen. And there's going to be more live performances. I'll be hosting. Who else is there? Also Lit, Coach Seat, Famous JL. It's going to be a vibe. Let me pull up the address over here for the people them. 693 Bloor Street West. All right, starting at 4 o'clock. So be there early. All right, it's gonna be a vibe. I'll be hosting the whole afternoon to the evening. And 693 Bloor Street. Make sure to check it out. Be there or be square, as they say. But Top 5. I wanted to just check a couple of things here quick fast on Mr. Top 5. Mr. Pedro. Let me go back in time. Top 5. See these thumbnails here? Y'all can see behind me on the screen. Anytime you see a thumbnail with the orange jumpsuit, that means that's from a long time ago. I'm trying to just get into a quick timeline of. So a year ago, he was extradited back to the U.S. Back to Canada from the U.S. My bad. Get into some old content. Jesus Christ. Top 5 legal case may be stayed. That's from a year ago. Hold on. Let me see how far back I can go. So, obviously, we cover Top 5 a lot on the channel. Obviously. He's pretty much the biggest Toronto rapper out there. Top 5 bail hearing updates. That's from 2 years ago, gang. Watch this.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. And this week in news, new developments in the Top 5 court case.
This is 2021, March 30th.
And Boogs are back home now on bail, working on new music.
My production stepped up.
Got all that, plus new music. So this is news from the 6th, where we hit you with that real Toronto shit. And I'm your host, Friday Ricky Dread. Now, before we get to anything, I need you to do me a favor and Top 5 court case. And let me just note to you right here that, we could only give so much information just to respect the privacy of Top 5 as well as the families involved in this case right here. Okay, so right now he's been with.
Okay, I'm not going to go through that, all that, but this is from March of 2021. We're in 2023 right now. Can we go back further? Gang, how long ago did this case start? This 3 years now that Top 5's been in jail? Because I have it written down on my list, an update, thinking that it's been 2 years that he's been away. But he might have been gone for 3. That's crazy. Let's see. Update. Top 5 update, arrest update. I'm just trying to find the original. run ends. That was 2 years ago. Jeez. This is like an old case now, gang. Top 5 update from a year ago. 1 second here. Okay, this is when he was on the run still and he was leaking pictures with him and Cuban Savage and stuff. And this is from October of 2021.
Good people, welcome back.
Okay, so he was already inside at that point when he was leaking those pictures. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is we have a timeline from, I would say, end of 2020, from when this has started to where we are now. As far as any updates from what's going on with him, I know that they have him locked over here in Toronto now. Actually, he's in the East Detention, I think, as we speak, right? This is him and Burner Bands from back in October. Okay. But he might not be looking to go to trial until early next year. Okay, this post right here is from May of 2022 of him behind bars in Maplehurst. Okay, so about a year and change ago. Like, time flies. Like, y'all not realizing like how much time has really passed since this, let's say.
Figures, including
February 2021. Mama, I'm on TV, Global News, or hashtag Global News.
himself, millions of YouTube views, tens of thousands of Instagram followers, but like many Top 5 also has his critics, community members saying his music sends a violent message. He says that's what sells, but it's up to all of them to change that messaging.
Rap less about the violence, because you don't want to eager somebody else to go do some retaliate. Like,
this is February of 2021. We're going into 2024.
Rapping less about violence. And we're getting to that, you know what I mean? We're getting into the industry. We're out here, we're trying to make the right records.
Figures include.
We all saying here in the comments, comment gang strong. Easy Fecta, what up? Says, yup, feels like last year. Road to Success says, arrested in LA October 2021. Wow. 2020. Yeah. By the time we get to next year, this is going to be 3 years. Like, these things take time. Y'all don't realize, especially when it comes to like the type of allegations that they have on him. These things take time, gang. Like, if he goes to trial next year, early next year, I'm talking about, okay, and beats it, okay, we have to keep in mind, at one point in time, his co-defendant or one of his co-defendants charges were stayed. All right. Which means he got to go home. Doesn't mean that he can't be retried for these charges, but his charges have been stayed, which is a good look when it comes to the case in as a whole. However, Five is still behind bars. He's still awaiting his trial date, or whether they're going to have it. And I think they are going to be taking it to trial. Right? I don't know. I don't think they're going to be pleading. But if they are, with that happening, or with that being said, he might not be seeing a trial till probably April next year. And because it's not going to happen over the holidays. It's not going to happen in January, maybe February. And that might not be a good idea, right? Pushing to get a February date, like, yo, get me to my trial as quick as possible. That might not always be the best game plan. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you get all of your ducks in a row before you go to war with the crown over here. You know what I'm saying? Especially like he's going to have to deal with stuff that's in the United States as well. Keep that in mind. Right? So Kyle Johnson says his trial is in February. You're welcome. Kim Schofield gonna slap it up. You see Kim Schofield, she got a hungry lawyer. She gonna eat the case. We'll see. last I heard, Schofield wasn't on that case anymore. So, like I said, y'all know more than me, but I do know some. And I'm not saying that he's in a bad position right now. Like, obviously he's not in the best position, but as far as his case, he may come home. Okay. I'm going to keep on reiterating. If one of his co-defendants were able to come home at this point and he wasn't the shooter, then in my mind, in my math, maybe it's Friday math, he should be able to come home too. Okay? It's just maybe about getting the right timing for the trials, the lawyers, right judge in there. These are all factors that you have to keep weighing when it comes to going, especially to a trial. Okay? Or, maybe pleading to a certain amount and saying, you know what, just let me out in the next 5 years. However, with that being said as well, he dropped the Pedro Activated album during this whole time that he's been locked up. He waited, I guess, 2 years, a year and change. They had to mix everything. He had a bunch of features that he was able to get done when he was on the run. So that all panned out to a great album. But I don't know how much more tracks was done while he was on road. Are we going to get another top 5 album while we're waiting for him? You feel me? It's there's just a lot of questions that ponder through my mind, especially like the length of time that it's been going on for. And don't get me wrong, this is not out the ordinary that these things are taking this amount of time. But the fact that he's been able to even keep himself relevant over the last 3 years, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Top 5. Once again, as far as like with anybody on the other side of what's going on with his case, the young gentleman who lost his life, condolences to his family, condolences to and RIP to that young man. And hold your head, Top 5. You're soon forward, Bridget. You're soon forward.
We love hip hop.